So you can put your slide on.
Yes. Yes, good to go. Yeah.
Good to go.
Yes.
Yeah. So very good morning to all the parents and all the teachers of two different schools from across India. One is Carmel Convent School, Gwalior, and one is your Sri Jain Public School from Bikaner. About Macmillan education, I'd like to introduce that we have been in the Indian education space for 127 years, and its rich legacy is based on the strong relationship built with the institutions, educators, and authors. And Macmillan education has always been at the forefront in supporting the education fraternity. That is the reason today's webinar has been called up, and thank you to the two different schools, teachers and principals and the parents who really will spare their next 1.5 hour time with us. We welcome to the NEP 2020 also for its approach of inclusivity and equity. It emphasizes on the 21st century skill-based education with a strong bedrock of cultural sensitivity and values. And implementation of NEP 2020 is an opportunity for us to step up and support young learners to realize their dreams. And the recent paradigm shift within days of lockdown from physical to virtual is evidence of the resilience, passion and motivation of educators to continue the teaching and learning. And to sensitize parents about national education policy, I'm so thankful to Jyotsna ma'am who has actually come on this platform to spare her time. Thank you, Jyotsna ma'am,
Thank you very
for
much.
conducting the webinar. Let me introduce you to the parents and the teachers of the two different schools. So Jyotsna ma'am is the founder director of Envision India Edu Services with over 30 years of experience in the field of education. And she has worked as a principal in two schools of repute before she diversified her work. She has worked as a curriculum development consultant with a leading education company, and she has designed academic curricula and developed teacher training tools and pedagogic systems that has been incorporated in schools across the country. She is also a resource person with IIFT and has engaged with training programs with the Ministry of Labor and Employment and a master trainer for Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas under the aegis of the HRD Ministry. As a resource person, she has also conducted several workshops for CBSE for educators across the country. Lakhs of students from across the country have been impacted through her career guidance program and life skills workshops. She is a member of AISCAP, Association of Indian Schools Counselors and Allied Professionals, and she also serves as faculty for International Diploma in Guidance and Counseling course at the Department of Educational Psychology and Foundations of Education, NCERT. Welcome to this session from Macmillan Education, ma'am, on this platform. And we're honored to have you over here. And I'm just handing over the platform to you, Jyotsna ma'am, to please guide us about what does this new education policy 2020 has for the parents. And as you know that there are two different schools and the principals and the teachers and some of the students have also joined the sessions and eagerly waiting for you. So handing over the platform to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Mridula. So first of all, namaste and a very good morning to all of you. It's absolutely my great pleasure, first of all, to sit in Delhi over here and to be able to interact with the parents and teachers of two schools from Gwalior and Bikaner. Before I go ahead in trying to talk about the national education policy, I think I want to extend my heartiest uh, congratulations, first of all, to Macmillan Education because they've just continued to do their teaching learning processes in the best possible way, despite the fact that the whole system of education was facing so many challenges. So, heartiest congratulations to Team Macmillan. And also, I want to thank you. I've had beautiful experiences. I've been associated with Macmillan for now over a decade. And well, I always believe that it is something, if there is something which lends quality, if something which lends support to the system of education, I'd be very happy to partner with them. So I'm happy with my partnership with Macmillan and heartiest congratulations, Mridula, to
Thank
put
you,
this
ma'am.
together. Please convey my congratulations to your team as well.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Thank you. Shakti is here, and Ashutosh from Bikaner will be joining us.
Great. So well, this for all parents who are a part of my session, सबसे पहले तो आपको नमस्ते and Saturday के दिन बहुत important दिन होता है Saturday. Well, बच्चे घर पे होते हैं. Some parents who are working might be at home, and it's a valuable day. Well, if you thought that you would want to leave all your work and be a part of this session, congratulations to you. सबसे पहले तो मुझे लगता है पेरेंट्स के लिए ताली बजा देना बहुत जरूरी है, बिकॉज ये पिछले पूरे साल में 2020 एंड कम 2021 life of the parents has changed with having children at home all the time. Life has changed, role has changed, the entire meaning of what household looks has also changed. So सबसे पहले तो पेरेंट्स को बहुत बहुत बधाई, बिकॉज उन्होंने इतनी रेजिलियंस, इतनी पेशेंस दिखाई है और अपने बच्चों को एक एनवायरमेंट प्रोवाइड करने की कोशिश की है जिससे that kind of development that we look for children has happened. So congratulations to you. But ये सेशन भी आपके लिए है. Well, one would think, why a session on national education policy for parents? Parents को क्या जरूरत है? Education का काम गवर्नमेंट का होता है, सरकार का होता है, well, देश में जितने भी एजुकेशनिस्ट हैं उनका है और टीचर्स का है. तो पेरेंट्स के लिए नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी को समझना क्यों जरूरी है? So, well, first let's understand that. We need to understand that we are parents and we are very important stakeholders in education. हम equally उतने ही भागीदार और उतने ही हिस्सेदार हैं ये पूरे प्रोसेस में. किस तरह से हमारे बच्चे पढ़ेंगे, उस एजुकेशन का वो क्या करेंगे, आगे की दुनिया में बच्चे अपने आप को एस्टैब्लिश कैसे करेंगे, how will they find future for themselves, has a lot to do with how children will study. And if we need to know how children will study, we need to understand what are the dramatic changes which are happening in the area and the space of education in our country. And मेरे जैसे एजुकेशनिस्ट के लिए बहुत ही एक्साइटिंग टाइम है. खुद से एजुकेशन पॉलिसी को समझना, उसको डिकोड करना, देखना उसमें मेरे बच्चे के लिए क्या है, इज लाइक वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट एजेंडाज टुडे इन आवर कंट्री. सो कांग्रेचुलेशंस टू ऑल द पेरेंट्स एंड अ वेरी वार्म वेलकम टू यू. आप सिर्फ आराम से बैठे और ध्यान से सुनिए. पहले हम एक पर्सपेक्टिव बिल्ड करेंगे. पहले हम ये देखेंगे कि मेरा ये विश्वास है कि अगर हम कन्विंस्ड होते हैं किसी चीज के लिए, अगर हम वो समझ पाते हैं, अगर हमें उसमें एक फेथ और ट्रस्ट होता है, तो हम उस काम को करने की भरपूर कोशिश करते हैं. Today, if we understand the national policy, national education policy, we as parents can play an equally important role in seeing how that can be implemented in our country, because ultimately it is our children who will benefit out of it. तो सबसे पहले let's build a perspective. अपने दिमाग की खिड़कियों को खोलना बहुत जरूरी है और समझना बहुत जरूरी है कि हमारे बच्चे किस तरह की दुनिया में जिएंगे और एजुकेशन का क्या कर पाएंगे. So first we will build a perspective on it. After building a perspective, we are going to go through this journey of trying to understand the policy. And once we've tried to understand the policy, I hope this session will leave you with a thought on what can I do in making my own role seem like the most important role as far as the national education policy is concerned. So, well, who are these parents? ये वो टाइम है साल का है ना जब फूल पत्ती पौधे आप बहुत आसपास देखते हो, सुंदर सुंदर फूल. इस समय स्प्रिंग इज गोइंग टू बी देयर, इट्स ऑलमोस्ट देयर. बट देन वन वंडर्स कि पौधा जब उगाते हैं तब ये तो नहीं सोचते किस तरह का फूल निकलेगा, कौन से रंग का फूल निकलेगा, वो पौधा स्ट्रांग होगा कि नहीं, will the plant be able to establish itself, will it give fruits, will the flowers be bright and nice. Well, the gardener doesn't think like that. The gardener just does his job. The gardener will sow the seeds, do everything possible to see that the little seedling will grow into a robust, strong, beautiful plant. And a parent is also like a gardener, under whose care a child will blossom and grow. And if the parent is like a gardener who's going to ensure that the seedling will grow up into a strong plant, तो फिर उसमें parents को क्या करना है? As a parent, my role is extremely important at home. But my role is extremely important in shaping the future of my children. After all, how will children grow? And who will these children grow to be is something that all parents think about. Please remember, parents, the principle of growth lies in the child. हम अपना काम करते चले जाते हैं. जैसे गार्डनर करता है ना, वो पानी देगा, फिर उसके बाद उसमें खाद डालेगा, फिर उसके बाद उसके ऊपर अगर बहुत तेज धूप है तो कुछ छाए के लिए प्रोवाइड करेगा, एक डंडी लगा देगा ताकि वो प्लांट ग्रो करे. वो गार्डनर अपना काम करता चला जाएगा. In the same way, the parents would continue to do their job, but please remember, The principle of growth lies within the child. It is important for parents just to provide opportunities. आप opportunities दे दीजिए, experiences दे दीजिए, care दीजिए, protection दीजिए, वो सब कुछ दे दीजिए. But ultimately, वो बच्चा बड़ा होके क्या बनेगा? वो अपने ही कोर्स पे जिएगा in accordance with his or her own law. And that is very important for all parents to understand. Well, अभी आप सोच के देखिए, जितने भी पेरेंट्स मेरे सेशन को अटेंड करे हैं, अगर आपके 2 बच्चे हैं घर पे, क्या वो दोनों बच्चे एक जैसे हैं? क्या दोनों बच्चों को सेम चीजें पसंद हैं? क्या उनके बिहेवियर एक जैसे हैं? क्या वो एक ही तरह की चीजें अच्छे से सीखते हैं? आप दोनों बच्चों को के बारे में सोच के देखिए, क्या उनको सेम चीजें पसंद हैं? Well, मुझे पूरा विश्वास है, I'm very, very sure all parents will have the same experience that both the children are not alike at all, despite the fact that we provided the same environment to both the parents, both the children. तो फिर ऐसा कैसे है कि जब पेरेंट्स एक तरह की चीजें बच्चों को सिखाते हैं, एक तरह की एनवायरनमेंट प्रोवाइड करते हैं, ऐसा कैसे हो जाता है कि दोनों बच्चे एक जैसे नहीं हो पाते? Well, all children will grow in accordance with their own law. एक बच्चा कुछ आदतें सीखता है और एक बच्चा नहीं सीखता. एक बच्चा किसी तरह के इंटरेस्ट और पसंद डेवलप करता है, दूसरा बच्चा शायद नहीं करता है. So, it is important to understand that the experiences we provide will shape what the children will be in future. So please understand, parents, childhood experiences are foundations for life. जिस तरह की फाउंडेशन हम बच्चों को बचपन में देते हैं, किस तरह की चीजें हम वैल्यूज उनको सिखाते हैं, what do we do to shape the personality of our children? What kind of behaviors do we help them imbibe? What kind of attitudes do the children develop? What skills will they learn? Will help them to build a strong foundation. And these foundations that they will build while they are as young as they are now will help them to become the individuals they will become tomorrow when they are adults. और इसकी बात मैं नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी के सेशन में क्यों कर रही हूं? क्योंकि ये पूरी नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी, the entire policy is directed around this fundamental. How do we make the foundation of our children strong? What all do we need to put into our national education systems so our children will have stronger foundations that they already have? This is the crux of our national education policy 2020. Well, early foundation will develop into habits. It will have a lifelong influence on a child's personal and social development. So that is the fundamental of our national education policy. It's important to examine the present scenario. बहुत कुछ बदल गया एजुकेशन में. Well, 2019 तक तो सब कुछ अच्छा था, बच्चे स्कूल जा रहे थे, teachers were going to school, education was happening in the best possible way. But come 2020 and the things completely drastically changed. Children were cooped up in the houses, and that's not how education was meant to be. But the educators, educational companies, institutions, they really woke up very fast. फटाफट से अपने systems को उन्होंने revamp किया, and a big hand to all educators across the country, जिन्होंने अपने सारे systems को revamp किया, स्कूलों ने अपने educators को train किया जिससे कि आपके बच्चों की learning और teaching चलती रहे. And congratulations to all the teachers for that. But then how education happens has drastically changed, and that is why we need to look at the education policy very seriously. Well, on a very lighter note, आप देखिए कैसे ज़माना बदलता गया है, and I hope all the parents who are in my session and all teachers will relate to this very well. 1969 में, 79 में, 89 तक भी ये था ज़माना, और वो ज़माना तब था जब teachers की बहुत शान थी, and you know, accountability was really on the parents. मुझे याद है, और आप सब पेरेंट्स मेरे से इस बात में अग्री करेंगे, मुझे भी याद है कि जब हम जाते थे और अपने पेरेंट्स को बोलते थे कि ये टीचर ने ऐसे किया, ये टीचर ने वैसे किया और कुछ गलत किया, तो पेरेंट्स हमको डांटते थे उल्टा कि आप क्या बात कर रहे हो, टीचर्स गलत नहीं हो सकते, आप ही ने कुछ गलती की होगी. जो थप्पड़ भी लग जाते थे, वो जमाना था तब ये सब होता था. Come 2009, things have changed. Well, there is a lot of accountability on the educators, and we have to respect the fact that the educators have to deal with a whole lot of things. एजुकेटर्स की जर्नी और पेरेंट एजुकेटर पार्टनरशिप के ऊपर भी नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी में बहुत कुछ दिया हुआ है, उसके बारे में हम बाद में बात करेंगे. बट देयर आर लॉट ऑफ अकाउंटेबिलिटी ऑन द शोल्डर्स ऑफ द टीचर्स. मेरा खुद का ये एक्सपीरियंस है कि अब जब बच्चा जाके बोलता है तो पेरेंट्स टीचर्स को क्वेश्चन करते हैं, विच इज एब्सोल्युटली फाइन. बट किस तरीके से हम टीचर्स को क्वेश्चन करते हैं, किस तरह से उनकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी को समझने की कोशिश करते हैं, किस तरह से हम इस और एक्सपीरियंस के साथ डील करते हैं, इज एन इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन. सो वेल, जमाना बहुत बदला, आगे भी बदला है. 2010, 2012, 15 तक तो the classroom drastically changed. Well, a lot of components of technology started getting into the classroom. And then of course 2020 में तो बिल्कुल ही बदल गया. Look at the condition of the teachers, of the educators, of the people who are going to offices. This is how life became for everybody. आप खाना भी बनाओ, आप कपड़े भी प्रेस करो, बच्चों को भी संभालो और उसके साथ अपना काम भी करो. That was a challenge. And so the education has gone completely digital in the last year. But well, of course 2021 में फिर जमाना थोड़ा बदलेगा. धीरे धीरे आपके बच्चे स्कूल जाना शुरू करेंगे. धीरे धीरे सिस्टम वापस आने की भरपूर कोशिश कर रहा है. There is a lot which is happening behind the scenes to ensure that the children can come safely back to schools. And then, of course, implementation of the policies, which is going to be the biggest of all the challenges. And that's why this session for you parents. As parents, it's important for us to understand how can we lend a helping hand to see that our children will be safe in schools, to see that the children will learn differently. Because this is the future ahead for your children, for all teachers as well. वेब के साथ इंटरनेट हमारी जिंदगी का एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हिस्सा बन गया है. जिस दिन इंटरनेट काम नहीं करता है, उस दिन the life seems to have come to a standstill, and that is going to be the way for the future. Building completely a new paradigm of education is important. जिस तरह से हम पढ़े हैं, उस तरह से हमारे बच्चे पढ़ भी नहीं रहे और ना पढ़ पाएंगे. Skill sets for the 21st century, a lot of emphasis on skilling in the national education policy. ये पढ़ाई सिर्फ किताबों पे नहीं है, experiences पे, vocations पे, careers पे, skills पे बहुत ज्यादा जोर है और वो हमारे लिए समझना बहुत जरूरी है. Creativity in education, critical reasoning in education, publishing, information management, decision making, thinking pedagogy has to entirely change. Learning environments. Learning environment is not just the school. हमारा घर भी एक learning environment है. Learning environment park भी हो सकता है. Learning environment एक carpenter की दुकान भी हो सकती है. और learning environment हर जगह है. Then how are the children going to pick up from this learning environment? And how are the parents going to play a very important role is also the question. Well, winds of change, therefore, are sweeping the education system across the country. It are changing times. Expectations from the parents are different. आपके लिए ये सेशन क्यों? Congratulations first to the school जिन्होंने ये जरूरी समझा कि पेरेंट्स को नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी के बारे में बताया जाए. Congratulations to people like the Macmillan team who are making it possible for parents to attend session like this, because आपसे expectations हैं. आप बहुत important role play करते हो, आप भागीदार हो और भागीदार से ज्यादा आप साझेदार हो. साझेदारी आपकी इतनी important है. Expectations of a parent. Parents expect a lot from what is happening in education. Expectations from the educator and teachers. Teacher और student की relationship में आपका क्या role हो सकता है? Teacher-parent relationship is extremely important. And what is your role as a parent? So, well, if there are changing times, aim of education is different. Education is meant to do something different to the children. It's important for us to understand. Learners will learn differently today. आप लेके जाइए अपने आप को इतने साल पहले जब आप क्लासरूम में थे. When you were in the classroom, you learned very differently. It was totally chalk and talk. टीचर आएगी, लेक्चर देगी, ब्लैक बोर्ड पे कुछ लिखेगी, आप उतारोगी. और मुझे ये याद है कि जब एक टीचर ने कुछ क्वेश्चन सवाल ब्लैक बोर्ड पे लिखे और उन्होंने आंसर्स भी लिखे और उन्होंने एक्सपेक्ट किया था कि क्लास के सारे बच्चे उन आंसर्स को उतारेंगे अपनी नोटबुक में। मैंने समझा मैं अपने आप आंसर्स लिख सकती हूँ और मैंने खुद ने आंसर्स लिखे। अगले दिन मेरी कॉपी ऐसे फेंकी गई और बोला, ज्योत्सना अपने आप को ज्यादा स्मार्ट मत समझा करो, मैंने जो क्वेश्चन और आंसर्स बोर्ड पे लिखे थे वो तुमने वैसे ही क्यों नहीं उतारे। वेल, जमाना बदल गया है। It's very important to allow children to think. And there is a lot of emphasis on critical thinking in our national education policy. Learners are different, so learning should happen differently. Learning how to learn is such an important part of the NEP. बच्चे को पढ़ना सीखना पड़ेगा. How can children learn effectively is an important question. And what should happen in that learning is what the NEP is all about. So, parents, we cannot direct the winds, but we can adjust the sails. जमाना बदलेगा, हवाएं बदलती रहेंगी, एजुकेशन सिस्टम बदलेगा, तो उस बदलाव के साथ हम कैसे बह सकते हैं? Well, we need to adjust the sails because it's all about our children. So once again, thank you for joining up in this session. Let's just understand more about this education system in which our children are already in. और 2020 के बाद दो चीजें इंपॉर्टेंट हुई एजुकेशन में. एक तो 2020 कोविड, जिसकी वजह से जिस तरह से हमारे बच्चे पढ़ते हैं, it has drastically changed. But the second important thing which has come into education is critically the national education policy. So in दोनों के background से how are we going to understand how our children will be in this system? And this part of my session is for that. Well, we know that it was completely face-to-face classroom. And then, of course, online and e-learning started. So in future, it will have to be blended learning. आपके बच्चे क्लासरूम में वापस जाएंगे, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि ऑनलाइन वाला हिस्सा completely छूट जाएगा. It's not going to happen. Especially not because the COVID will become better. Especially because this is how the world will transform itself. Everybody has understood it's important to take technology along with us in whatever we do. And the future world in which your children will live will have technology as a key driver. So therefore, blended learning has to be understood in the correct perspective. And these are the three ways in which the NEP talks about curriculum integration. Well, the first integration must have, or blending must happen, where conventional classroom teaching तो चलेगी ही चलेगी, but साथ में technology आएगी ही आएगी. इसलिए अब parents को ये समझना क्यों जरूरी है? It's important for parents to understand because parents need to understand even if they are at home. There may be some ladies who are homemakers. There may be some fathers who are not very well equipped with technology. थोड़ा थोड़ा आप अपना कदम बढ़ाइए. It is important for parents to also try and adapt to technology so they can understand the world of their child. इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि अब सब पेरेंट्स बैठ के कंप्यूटर कोर्स करेंगे. इसका मतलब ये है कि जब बच्चे कंप्यूटर के साथ कुछ करते हैं, ऑनलाइन जाते हैं, तो हमें अवेयर और विजिलेंट होना बहुत जरूरी है. So blended learning will happen there. Academics और skills के ऊपर बहुत ज्यादा फोकस है. I will speak about that. And then integration with real life, experiential learning and practical activity-based learning. किताबों में पढ़ा पर वो जिंदगी में कैसे उतारा जाएगा? हमने बहुत कुछ किताबों में पढ़ा, जिंदगी में उतारने का बहुत कुछ सोचा भी नहीं. And the emphasis of education at that time was not that. The teacher was just like a fountain of knowledge. झरना बहता जा रहा है, जो आप पकड़ सकते हो पकड़ लो, जो नहीं पकड़ सकते हो वो छूट जाएगा. But then today, the world in which the child will live, the child must know how to use education in that world. So integration with real life is a focus area for the National Education Policy or NEP. और इन तीन perspectives के बारे में हम एक एक करके देखेंगे. And then I will come to exactly what the NEP says. So now there are 281 participants. I am absolutely delighted to see so many people found time today on a Saturday morning to be a part of the session. और मेरा विश्वास है आप ध्यान से बैठ के सुनेंगे तो अंत में आप जरूर इस सवाल के साथ बाहर जाएंगे कि मैं इसमें क्या कर सकती हूँ. इट इज अमेजिंग, मैं बहुत कुछ कर सकती हूँ एज अ पेरेंट, और आगे आप अपना प्लान बनाएंगे. बट सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी है, यू विल एक्सटेंड योर हैंड टू द स्कूल. You will hold hands with your teachers, with the principal of the school that your child is going in, and see how you'll be equal participants, equal stakeholders. साझेदारी बार बार मैं ये शब्द इस्तेमाल करती हूँ. First, I'm going to talk about blending in terms of conventional classroom and technology. बहुत जरूरी है ये समझना, because technology will be a key driver of education in the 21st century. हमने अपने बच्चों को सबको चढ़ा दिया है एक ऑनलाइन वर्ल्ड पे, और अब हम उनको उतार नहीं पाएंगे. The world that we have shown to our children as educators, as parents, is here to stay. And there is no way we can take it out from the life of our children. So therefore, parents, अगर आप ये इस टाइप की डीलिंग करते हैं अपने बच्चों के साथ, I would not want to use the word punishment, so therefore I'm saying डीलिंग करते हैं कि अगर तुम नहीं पढ़ोगे तो मैं तुम्हारा मोबाइल ले लूंगी तुमसे, अगर तुम नहीं पढ़ोगी या कहना नहीं मानोगी तो मैं तुम्हारा लैपटॉप ले लूंगी. ये हम नहीं कर पाएंगे, क्योंकि these will be important parts of our lives and our lives as well as the lives of our children. So किस तरह से हम अपने बच्चों को सशक्त करें? How do we empower our children so therefore they will learn to use the technology in a more responsible way? मोबाइल फोन बच्चे की जिंदगी का हिस्सा है. पिछले पूरे साल तो मोबाइल फोन और लैपटॉप और आईपैड और इन सब पे ही तो बच्चों ने सब कुछ सीखा है, और अब उनको समझ में आ गया है कि बहुत कुछ सिर्फ पढ़ाई का नहीं है, इसमें बहुत कुछ और भी है. और अगर उनको ये समझ में आ गया है तो कैसे आप उसकी जिंदगी से निकाल सकते हैं? Therefore, it is important to understand the pros and the cons. This is the 21st century child. More and more, the 21st century child will be like this. The NEP talks about technology in education in a very big way. It talks about using technology as a great tool to make teaching learning practices more effective. अपने देश के दूर दराज के इलाकों में भी टेक्नोलॉजी धीरे धीरे जा रही है, और नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी का बहुत फोकस है कि बेस्ट पॉसिबल वे में टेक्नोलॉजी हमारे बच्चों को प्रोवाइड की जाए ताकि बच्चे उसको अच्छे से अपने एडवांटेज पे यूज कर सके. बट उसमें पेरेंट्स का क्या रोल है? वेल, I have to share with this with you. Just 2 years ago, I was in a classroom. बच्चों के साथ हम वर्कशॉप कर रहे थे, और वो वर्कशॉप का टॉपिक क्या था? The topic of the workshop was importance of family and family values. और हमने एक क्वेश्चनर तैयार किया था. There were about 8 questions in that. The questions were so designed that the answer to the question should have been mother, father, dada, dadi. आपको अगर बहुत तेज भूख लगी है तो आप किसके पास जाएंगे? The answer was supposed to be mother. If you want your fees for the school to be paid, whom will you talk to? Father. If you want, to listen to a nice story, whom will you go to? Grandmother. If you want to study, you can't understand your mathematics problem, whom will you go to? Father. So the questions were so designed that the answers to all the questions should have been father, mother, father, mother. और 8वें क्वेश्चन के बाद बच्चों को ये रियलाइजेशन होनी चाहिए थी कि अरे मम्मी पापा और फैमिली के बिना तो हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है फैमिली. That was the way workshop was designed. But I have to share this with experience with you. दिल्ली के एक स्कूल में बच्चों के साथ हमने एक्सरसाइज की, और आंसर्स कैसे थे? If you are feeling hungry, whom will you go to? Zomato, Swiggy. If you have some problem with your mathematics, whom will you go to? Google. So a lot of answers were Google and Swiggy and internet and all of that. और मैं ये कहानी आपके साथ क्यों शेयर कर रही हूँ? This is how it's going to be. And so therefore parents, we need to become smarter than we are. अगर हर सवाल का जवाब गूगल से मिल जाएगा, और अगर हर सवाल का जवाब पेरेंट से नहीं मिल पाएगा, तो बच्चा पेरेंट को छोड़ के इंटरनेट पे जाएगा ही जाएगा. तो हमारा कंपटीशन इंटरनेट के साथ है. एजुकेटर्स का, पेरेंट्स का, सब एडल्ट्स का कंपटीशन इंटरनेट के साथ है. So therefore, we need to become more aware and have answers to the questions our children will ask. So therefore, if there is a question related to education, parents must be aware of it. And that's why this session for you. While technology is going to be in the education, parents would play a very, very important to see that e-safety is a skill that parents must understand and must teach their children. Well, what is e-safety all about? While the children were going through this process of educating themselves on mobile phones and through the internet, they did discover this whole world of social media. And so therefore, this is something very important. और जो भी पेरेंट्स मेरे सेशन में आज प्लीज इसकी फोटो क्लिक कर सकते हैं आप. सब बच्चों को बताना बहुत जरूरी है. Before you put anything on social media, on WhatsApp, through mobile phones, messages, think. THINK, think. T, is it true? सच है ये जो मैं वापस से शेयर कर रही हूं किसी के साथ. H, is it helpful? इसका कुछ फायदा भी है कि जबरदस्ती डाले चले जा रहे हैं. I, is it inspiring? N, is it necessary? जरूरत है क्या? बहुत सारी चीजें पॉलिटिकल सिचुएशन के बारे में बोल जाती हैं. वो जरूरी है क्या सब कुछ पोस्ट करना है फेसबुक पे, सोशल मीडिया पे? K, is it kind? This is a great template if we want our children to learn about technology and about how to deal with social media platforms. Think. Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? Is it kind? And I think this is very helpful for the parents as well. So this was a crux of what technology is going to have for your children. Very specifically, the National Education Policy talks a lot about technology and education completely going hand in hand. It is important for us to update our systems at home and for us to be able to understand how to have this balance so it will be something which will be an advantage to the children and not distract them too much from their main mission of education. I'm coming to the second part which the National Education Policy talks about, which is academics and skills must go hand in hand. पढ़ाई तो बहुत जरूरी है, पर पढ़ाई के साथ स्किल्स और IQ, EQ दोनों पे एम्फसाइज करना बहुत जरूरी है. Let education not be aimed at only choosing professions that may go away. Let it be aimed at nurturing skills that will stay with one forever. पढ़ाई का उद्देश्य सिर्फ बच्चों को नौकरी दिलाना नहीं है. नौकरियां आती जाती रहेंगी. एंड अब ये जमाने में जिसमें हम जी रहे हैं, हम ये देख रहे हैं कि कुछ नौकरियां तो कुछ सालों के बाद रहेंगी भी नहीं. तो अगर ऐसा होने वाला है तो क्या चीज बच्चों के साथ रहेगी? वो है स्किल्स. और NEP स्किल्स के ऊपर बहुत जबरदस्त तरीके से फोकस करती है. किस तरह से बच्चों को स्किल सिखाई जाए उसके बारे में मैं आपसे अभी थोड़ी समय के बाद बात करूंगी. एग्जैक्टली NEP इस बारे में क्या बोलती है वो हमें समझना बहुत जरूरी है. स्कूलों में तो ये सब पढ़ाया ही जाएगा, but what are we going to do in terms of lending that support to our children while they learn it in school? पेरेंट्स किस तरह से प्रोजेक्ट्स में, क्लब्स में अपने बच्चों को सपोर्ट कर सकते हैं so this mission of NEP is achieved. Well, इसको समझने के लिए perspective, to build that perspective, it's very important to understand the IQ and EQ and how to strike a balance between that. Well, हम लोग का मानना है कि बच्चों को इंटेलिजेंट होना बहुत जरूरी है, पढ़ाई में बहुत अच्छा होना बहुत जरूरी है, पढ़ाई में बहुत फोकस है, अच्छे नंबर लेके आओ, सब सब्जेक्ट्स में ज्यादा नंबर आने चाहिए, बहुत जरूरी है. बट आप खुद से सोचिए, when we lead our lives not just on the basis of your IQ. We actually lead our lives on the basis of our EQ, emotional quotient. किस तरह से हम लोगों से डील करते हैं, अपने इमोशंस को मैनेज करते हैं, अपनी रिलेशनशिप्स को संभाल के रखते हैं, स्ट्रेस से डील करते हैं, डिसीजन मेकिंग, क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग, all of that has to do with our emotional quotient. And please understand, parents, the way we lead our lives is largely reflective of how strong our emotional quotient is. आपने जो भी अपनी 7वीं कक्षा में 8वीं कक्षा में सीखा वो आप कितना अपनी जिंदगी में यूज करते हो मुझे नहीं पता, लेकिन EQ किस तरह से आप अपने टेम्पर को संभाल के रखोगे, किस तरह से आप लोगों के साथ बातचीत करोगे, कम्युनिकेट कैसे करोगे, वो अगर आपने सीखा है तो वो आपको अपनी जिंदगी में बहुत अच्छे से यूज कर रहे होगे. सो देयरफॉर at home parents, how are you going to nurture environments जहां बच्चों की EQ ज्यादा नर्चर हो सके, बिकॉज NEP में उसके ऊपर बहुत एम्फसिस है. EQ जब हम कहते हैं, I'm talking about 3 skills. I'm talking about thinking skills, emotional skills, and social skills. Well, जो भी आप अपने स्क्रीन में अभी देख रहे हैं, इन चीजों का बार बार NEP में मेंशन है. And most importantly, thinking skills का. Out of these 10 skills, the WHO talks about these, CBSE talks about this, other educational boards talk about it, NEP talks about it. So parents, you need to be aware of what are these. Please feel free to click a picture if you wish to. But there are 3 types of skills in these. Which are the thinking skills? Critical thinking, creative thinking, decision making, and problem solving. Critical thinking and creative thinking is being talked about in NEP, not just in the way children will study the subjects, but also in the way children will be evaluated and assessed. किस तरह से बच्चा एग्जामिनेशन देगा, किस तरह से पढ़ेगा, किस तरह से क्वेश्चन से डील करेगा और उसको इवैल्यूएट कैसे किया जाएगा. It will be a lot based on critical thinking and creative thinking skills. So thinking skills, आप ये जानिए, इस पे बहुत emphasis है NEP में. Emotional skills, coping with stress, coping with emotions, इन type की skills का भी mention NEP में है. और social skills, effective communication, interpersonal relationships, कैसे आप एक दूसरे से डील करते हैं, अपने emotions को कैसे समझते हैं, इन सब के बारे में बहुत बेहतरीन तरीके से NEP में बात की गई. I have to say parents, schools are doing a lot. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि NEP के बाद जितना बदलाव आएगा वही वो schools कुछ भी नहीं कर रहे हैं, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है. Schools are doing a lot, but then of course we still have miles to go. I will be talking about all of these when I come to the exact document. So please hold on to this session, parents. I'm just briefly talking about emotions because managing emotions लगता है इसमें सीखने की क्या जरूरत है. हम parents नहीं कर रहे हैं अपने emotions से deal. But I'm also from the counseling world. And every other day, I come across children from all age groups who I interact with through my counseling experience. और वो बच्चा आके बोलते हैं मुझे अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है मैम, and when I ask them how are you feeling today, might be the most difficult question for the child to answer. मैम अजीब सा लग रहा है, अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है. आपको क्या आप दुखी हो रहे हो? नहीं. आप क्या एंजाइटी फील कर रहे हो, आप क्या टेंशन में हो, आपको क्या गुस्सा आ रहा है, पता नहीं, बहुत अजीब सा लग रहा है, एकदम अच्छा सा नहीं लग रहा है, डाउन फीलिंग आ रही है. पर बच्चे समझा नहीं पा रहे हैं कि उनको कैसा फील हो रहा है. एंड द सेकेंड थिंग इज, well, they have been cooped up at homes, they haven't done many things that they were meant to do, so they're experiencing a whole lot of these emotions, and to understand emotions is not the easiest thing. So a lot of emphasis on how to deal with emotions should be the way of life in future. Parents, think about it. Well, we also talk a lot about interpersonal relationships and effective communication. ये एक छोटी सी चीज बताऊंगी आपको, ये आपको भी हेल्प करेगी और बच्चों को ये सिखाना बहुत जरूरी है. और उसके बाद में मेन डॉक्यूमेंट पे आऊंगी जो NEP है, जिसमें जिस सारी चीजों के बारे में बात की है उसको स्पेसिफिकली आई विल शो यू इन द डॉक्यूमेंट. I think somebody has fiddled around with the screen, so I will just share the screen once again. May I request all participants to not touch your own screens. Just sit back, relax, and listen to what I'm saying. This is the last slide as far as perspective building on NEP is concerned. And after that, I'm going to come to the exact document. Well, this is the 3 A's for you parents, and I'm sure this is going to help you. सबसे पहले तो कभी भी हम अपनी जिंदगी में बदलाव लाना चाहते हैं, या फिर there are situations, there are people, there are experiences that we don't like, we would like to do the first A, which is alter. Change करिए फिर उसको, try and change it. अगर हम कुछ चीजें चेंज नहीं कर सकते, then try and avoid it. मुझे नहीं अच्छा लगता है मेरा फैमिली मेंबर, फिर मैं उसको अवॉइड कर सकती हूँ. मुझे नहीं अच्छा लगता इस टाइप का एक्सपीरियंस, तो मैं इसको अवॉइड करती हूँ. And the final A is accepting certain things. Once we accept certain things, we are most likely to move in that direction to try and adapt ourselves. So, parents, this is a great way to go about dealing with our life situations, and it may be a great way to teach our children how to deal with their life situation. सबसे पहले आपको कुछ नहीं पसंद आ रहा है तो बदलो. आपको अपना नंबर नहीं पसंद आ रहे तो बदलो. आपको अपना कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल नहीं पसंद आ रहा तो बदलने की कोशिश करिए. Avoid things that are unpleasant around you. You don't have to fight everything out, and accept changes around you. Once you accept changes around you, you will be able to be in a better position to deal with it. So there are these 3 A's for you. And then finally, integration with real life is what NEP talks about. Integrated learning पे बहुत focus है. Explorative learning, lot of project based learning जहां पर बच्चों को exploration की opportunities, reflection की opportunities, interaction with each other, group projects, group work, clubs, application based learning. So therefore understanding of things would become very, very important. I will talk more about that. Connect with the real world would be very important. Experiential learning and opportunities for experiencing things and collaborative learning. People coming together to have teaching learning processes. So integrated learning will be about this. A lot of schools already are doing many of these kind of teaching learning practices. उनके pedagogy में बहुत सारा ये है, और ये वाला बदलाव काफी समय से हमारे देश के एजुकेशन सिस्टम में है. बट अब NEP 2020 इस पे बहुत अलग तरीके से फोकस कर रही है, and that's how they are going to revamp the systems. Very important for parents to understand that these might be the highlights of how children will learn through their education system. आपको एक छोटा सा एग्जाम्पल देना चाह रही हूँ कि क्या है ये इंटीग्रेटेड लर्निंग, किस तरह से बच्चा कोई एक अच्छा इंपॉर्टेंट लेसन सीख सकता है. एक तरीका तो सीखने का ये है कि क्लास में गए और पढ़ा दिया गया. देखो बच्चों, मैं आपको ये 2 चीजें सिखाने वाली हूँ, एक ये है, दूसरा ये है, तीसरा ये है, और बच्चे याद कर लेंगे, रट लेंगे उसको और एग्जामिनेशन में पेपर पे डाल देंगे. और ऐसा बहुत समय से हम करते भी थे हमारे जमाने में. Well, that's not how education needs to be presenting itself to the children. So ये जो सारा integrated learning के बारे में बात कर रही हूँ मैं, just a small example to tell you how the way children learn is very different now. आप ये फोटो देख रहे हैं, इस फोटो को देख के क्या कहानी बनाई जा सकती है? So बेचारा बच्चा बहुत दुखी नजर आ रहा है और उसके सामने खाली प्लेट है और वो सोच रहा है कि इस पे प्लेट पे क्या होगा, पता नहीं क्या बनाएगी मम्मी, और हर दिन बड़ा बेकार सा खाना खा रहा हूं मैं और मुझे बिल्कुल अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है और मुझे बहुत टेंशन हो रही है, मेरे एग्जाम्स आने वाले हैं. बहुत दुखी है बेचारा बच्चा, वेरी सैड. दूसरी पिक्चर देखिए आप, ओ माय गॉड, इसको क्या हुआ, सारे इसको ब्लेम कर रहे हैं, इसी ने गलती की है और झूठा शायद इल्जाम लगा रहे हैं. वो बहुत दुखी हो रहा है क्योंकि हर समय देखो उसकी जिंदगी में सब उसको ब्लेम करते रहते हैं, उस पर उंगलियां उठाते रहते हैं. दिस पोर मैन इज वेरी सैड. तीसरी कहानी देखिए, ये बेचारा बेड पे लेटा हुआ है, ही इज वेरी अनवेल, उसको पता भी नहीं कि उसकी रिपोर्ट कैसी आएगी, और उसकी मम्मी साथ में बैठी है और वो देख रही है और वो होप कर रही है बच्चा जल्दी ठीक हो जाएगा, लेकिन ऐसे कुछ लग नहीं रहा है, बहुत दुखी लग रहे हैं दोनों. Well, 3 stories for you. And let me go back again. पिछली बार वो तीनों कहानियों में इतना दुख और डिप्रेशन और नेगेटिविटी छलक रही थी. Now look at the same thing. Can we make only happy, positive stories? और ये एक्सरसाइज जो मैं कर रही हूँ आपके लिए, ये हम क्लासरूम्स में करते हैं. ये आपके साथ इसलिए शेयर कर रही हूँ for you to be able to understand how the complete paradigm shift has taken place as to how children will learn through the NEP. Well, अब फिर से बच्चे कहानी बनाएंगे. ये तो खाने की प्लेट को देख रही है, वेट कर रही है और इसको लग रहा है कि मम्मी ने बहुत डिलिशियस खाना बनाया होगा, और फिर वो हाथ जोड़ के प्रेयर कर रही है कि देखो कितने सारे लोगों को दुनिया में खाना ही नहीं मिलता और मेरे को हर दिन अपना खाना मिल जाता है, तो मैं बहुत, आई एम वेरी वेरी थैंकफुल टू गॉड. हैप्पी स्टोरी. ओह वेल, तुम चिंता मत करो, तुम कर सकते हो, तुम बहुत अच्छे लीडर बन सकते हो, हम सब तुम्हारे साथ हैं, तुम ही हो जो सही मायने में हमारी टीम को लीड कर सकते हो, घबराओ मत. हैप्पी स्टोरी देयर. ये बच्चा लेटा हुआ है और इसकी रिपोर्ट आ गई है, मम्मी बोली डोंट वरी, बस मैं तुम्हें घर ले जाने आ रही हूँ, तो जल्दी से पैक कर लो और तुम जल्दी ही ठीक हो जाओगे. वेल, अगर ये ऐसा सेशन होता जहां आप जवाब दे सकते थे, एंड आई जस्ट वांट टू नो, आप अपने आप को अनम्यूट कर पाते हैं, कर पाएंगे क्या? पेरेंट्स, इफ वन ऑफ यू वांट्स टू अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ, अनम्यूट करके बता देखिए और बताइए कि इससे हमने क्या सीखा. Can anybody unmute themselves? Okay, so if you can't, let me just go ahead. Next question is, what children did you learn out of this? Well, हमने इससे सीखा कि the situation remains the same. It is how we look at the situation. It is very important to have a positive attitude in life. हर चीज के में से एक पॉजिटिविटी निकालना और उससे उसको लेके आगे बढ़ना is one of the most important skills that the children must learn today. So, well, this is what is known as reflective experiential learning. हमने बच्चों को नहीं बता दिया कि ये लेसन है, हमने बच्चों को अलाउ किया है कि वो एक्सप्लोर करें, and by the help of their own creative thinking with reflective experiential ways, how do children learn? So this was a simple example. I hope parents you liked it. And now with that, what is the way forward and the road ahead? Understanding NEP, the National Education Policy 2020. I hope all of you are completely glued to your screen, your mobile phones, your laptops. Please look at the NEP with the perspective of how we have now understood the whole paradigm shift in education. What are the highlights of NEP? School education के बारे में है, universalization of education. इसका मतलब by 2030 gross enrollment ratio should be 100%. हमारे देश का हर बच्चा एजुकेशन के सिस्टम के अंदर होना चाहिए by 2030. 100% enrollment. Out of school जो बच्चे हैं, 2 crore out of school children in our country, and that's sad. वो बच्चे हमारे सिस्टम में कैसे वापस आ जाएंगे, whether it is through open schooling system or whether it is through a regular school. So this is the highlight of our education policy, which aims to bring back children into the education system and schooling. Focus areas hai, education policy lays particular emphasis on the development of creative potential of each individual. I just spoke about it. So the education policy says सिर्फ cognitive capacities को develop नहीं करना है, हमें सिर्फ brain को, IQ को develop नहीं करना है. Apart from that, foundational capacities, which is literacy and numeracy. Literacy मतलब every child should be able to read and write with considerable ease, simple basic reading and writing, and deal with numbers. Basic foundational capacity. And higher order cognitive capacities, critical thinking और problem solving, जिसके बारे में मैंने आपसे बात किया है, वो जो 10 skills मैंने दिखाए थे, उसमें से critical thinking, problem solving important skills हैं. Social, ethical and emotional capacities and dispositions. I spoke about EQ, and the way we build the perspective around that, that has found its way into the NEP. These are the focus areas. Now, fundamental principles of NEP. Recognizing, identifying, and fostering unique capabilities of each child. इसके बारे में शुरू में मैंने बात किया था कि हर बच्चा यूनिक होता है, वो अपने ही अकॉर्डेंस, अपने ही लॉ के बेसिस पे बड़ा होता है। हम 10 बच्चों को एक जैसी चीजें सिखा सकते हैं, बट एवरी चाइल्ड इज यूनिक इन हिज ओन वे. So the NEP talks about fostering, recognizing, identifying unique capabilities of each children. So therefore, parents and teachers have to be sensitized. And holistic development in academic and non-academic spheres becomes very important. कोई बच्चा 99% नंबर ला सकता है, कोई बच्चा बहुत अच्छा म्यूजिक कर सकता है, कोई बच्चे के हाथ के स्किल्स बहुत अच्छे हैं, कोई बच्चा स्पोर्ट्स में एक्सेल कर सकता है. So therefore, हर बच्चा ये सब चीजों कैसे अपॉर्चुनिटीज ले सकता है that the child can excel. That is what is important. Teachers need to do it in school. Parents need to do it at home. According the highest priority to achieving foundational literacy and numeracy by grade 3, जब तक बच्चे 3rd क्लास में आते हैं तब तक हर बच्चे को लिखना, पढ़ना और बेसिक नंबर्स आना चाहिए. So a lot of focus on this one. Well, education policy lays particular emphasis on flexibility. Flexibility का मतलब क्या है? Children can choose their own learning paths. They can choose their own learning programs. So there is no hard separation between arts and science. Science के कुछ subjects, arts के कुछ subjects, commerce related कुछ subjects vocational बच्चा उठा सकता है यहाँ वहां से और पढ़ सकता है. There is no hard separation between curricular and extracurricular activities. There is no hard separation between vocational and academic streams. जो बच्चे एक बच्चा क्लास में साइंस पढ़ रहा है, साइंस के साथ साथ वो वोकेशन भी पढ़ सकता है. When I say vocation, he can study something to do with, say, for example, financial accounting. The child can study something about communication. The child can learn something about design. So therefore, there is no hard separation. It has not been compartmentalized, which is fantastic. Because पहले एक बहुत ही अजीब सी harmful hierarchies थी. And the NEP uses the word harmful hierarchies and silos. Harmful hierarchy, perspective of an Indian parent to think science ही best है, हर बच्चा science पढ़ना चाहिए, science top पे है, फिर commerce है, फिर humanities, पर ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. All subjects are equal. All subjects should be placed at the same level, whether it is science, whether it is sports and games, whether it is music, whether it is art. So children can learn these, pick up, make a good bouquet for themselves and learn, which is beautiful. So flexibility in education. A multidisciplinary approach, which means social sciences, arts, humanities, sports, सब कुछ mix करके बच्चे पढ़ पाएंगे. But और multidisciplinary approach बहुत important है because not only अलग तरीके से subject पढ़ पाएंगे, but वो subjects की knowledge को भी integrate किया गया है. So integrating art education in history. जब बच्चा हिस्ट्री की किताब पढ़ेगा तो आर्ट भी उसमें इंटीग्रेटेड होगा. कैसे मैथमेटिक्स के साथ स्पोर्ट्स को इंटीग्रेट किया जा सकता है, and there's a lot of focus on that. So therefore, this multidisciplinary and holistic education founds the fundamental principle of our national education policy. But parents, please understand, it's easy to make policies, it's difficult to implement them. So we have to provide our support to schools trying to implement these policies. पेरेंट्स को ये जानना बहुत जरूरी है कि कहना बहुत आसान है, लेकिन बच्चों के लिए इन सब चीजों को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना, टीचर्स को एंगेज करना, टाइम टेबल मैनेज करना इज अ हरक्यूलियन टास्क. So I hope all you parents will provide support to the school in trying to do that, because it'll be a while, it'll not happen immediately, it'll be a good journey that schools will have to undertake to be able to try and put these kind of systems in place. So you will have to be very patient. Again, another aspect of fundamental principles is learning skills and values. Emphasis on conceptual understanding rather than rote learning and just learning for examinations. We have to be very honest and face the fact that many children in our schools are learning just for exams. एंड कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है कि सिस्टम भी ऐसा है कि जो बच्चा एक महीना पहले पढ़ लेता है वो कर भी जाता है. So a lot of just learning and mugging up is happening, but that may have to shift. So creativity and critical thinking, logical decision making and innovation will become a part of the curriculum. जो बच्चे जिस तरह से क्वेश्चन आंसर्स को पढ़ेंगे उसमें there has to be understanding, application rather than rote learning and memorization. And value education is an important part. वो NEP में लिखा है वो तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है ही है, बट हम सबको वैसे भी समझना जरूरी है कि एजुकेशन का एक बहुत बड़ा एजेंडा है टू बी एबल टू हेल्प चिल्ड्रन इम्बाइब गुड लाइफ वैल्यूज. आखिरकार आप डिग्री के साथ तो अपनी जिंदगी जीते हो, पर अपनी जिंदगी अपनी वैल्यूज के साथ ज्यादा जीते हो. एज पेरेंट्स, एज एजुकेटर्स, हम क्या चाहते हैं? हमारे देश के डॉक्टर्स एथिकल हो या अनएथिकल, साइकोलॉजिस्ट एथिकली काम करे कि अनएथिकली, पॉलिटिशियंस एथिकली देश के लिए काम करे कि अनएथिकली, वो हम पे निर्भर करता है. सो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ वैल्यूज विल आवर चिल्ड्रन इम्बाइब, and a lot of focus on all of that. Empathy, I've spoken about it, respect for others, cleanliness, patriotic, democratic spirit, ये सब outline की गई है in the national education policy. Well, school तो जो करेगा ही करेगा, पर हम parents घर में इन fundamental principles के साथ कैसे support provide कर सकते हैं is the important question. Assessment and evaluation. Well, formative assessment for learning rather than summative assessment. Formative और summative assessment में फर्क क्या है? Summative assessment is like 1 year end examination. So बहुत सारी weightage, एक half yearly examination होगा, एक end of term examination होगा और उसमें बहुत सारी weightage होगी. तो बहुत सारा बच्चे जो हैं जो साल भर भी ना पढ़ते हों, they are able to handle the summative assessment very, very well. But learning truly probably does not happen there. So again, there is emphasis on formative assessment, which means that throughout the year, there will be assessments in different ways, not just paper pencil examination, through projects, through some internships, through some clubs, through activities. Children will be assessed on the way, and all of that will count towards how the child will be assessed for the entire year. We have a kind of experienced that a little bit when the CCE system was on. Well, it seems that it is a good idea for children to be evaluated through a formative way rather than a summative way. Extensive use of technology in teaching and learning. I spoke about this when I was trying to build a perspective around NEP. Multilingualism and removing language barriers, इसके बारे में मैं अभी बात करूंगी. Increasing access for दिव्यांग students. कुछ बच्चे हैं जो किसी भी तरह से physically थोड़ा सा challenged होंगे, या फिर learning disabilities हो सकती हैं, या in some which ways they may be special. उन बच्चों के लिए भी NEP में provision है of how teachers will have to learn to deal with children like this, of how children can choose whether they want to be in a regular system or whether they want to go into a special system. So there are provisions for children like that as well. 5 most important points for school education as exactly laid out in the NEP. Emphasis on foundational literacy and numeracy. No rigid separation between academic streams, extracurricular, vocational streams in schools. Vocational education to start from class 6, along with internship. Internship का मतलब है experience of that vocation. कोई बच्चा अगर accounts, finance के बारे में कुछ सीख रहा है, तो वो जाके finance से related कोई individual के साथ कुछ तो internship काम करने सीखेगा. And that is beautiful. असेसमेंट रिफॉर्म, इसके बारे में मैं आपको अभी बताने वाली हूँ कुछ मिनट के बाद. 360 डिग्री होलिस्टिक प्रोग्रेस कार्ड, एंड पेरेंट्स नीड टू रियली लुक एट दिस very seriously. The current 10+2 system to be replaced by a new curricular structure. So let me try to help you to understand this new curricular structure, which has a different kind of a design. Previous academic structure क्या था? पहले बच्चे 6 साल से पहले ऐसे ही इनफॉर्मल एजुकेशन थी. कुछ बच्चे प्ले स्कूल में जाते थे, some आंगनवाड़ी, some kind of very informal system. Some children probably didn't even go to school. And then ultimately, so it was very unstructured. उसके बाद 6 साल का बच्चा जो है went into school, and 6 to 16 years, 10 years of schooling from class 1 to 10. And after that, 2 years, 11th and 12th, 16 to 18 के age group में, and that was what the entire schooling system was. This was a previous academic structure. Now, the new pedagogical and curricular structure which the NEP proposes is going to be like this. First of all, what is remarkable is that there is a foundation wherein the whole preschool structure, before they go into class 1 and actually go into formalized education, has also been given a structure. इसका मतलब ये है कि हर बच्चा जो है 3 साल की उम्र में स्कूल जाएगा ही जाएगा. It will be called a preschool. 3 to 6 years of age, the child will just do preschool. And that will be a very important preparatory phase where the child will now start learning things. So the child is now prepared to enter into class 1. And both of these together, which is the preschool, class 1 and 2 together, will form the foundation. So 2 years, class 1 and 2, 3 saal preschool together, it forms the foundation of the curricular structure. It might be the biggest and broad-based, and the most important thing is most emphasis on this. बहुत सारे reforms इस area में आ रहे हैं, जहां पर अब जो भी schools हैं, जो preschool से deal करते हो, class 1 and 2 से deal करते हैं, उनको थोड़ा ध्यान से देखना पड़ेगा. Preparatory stage is 3 years, classes 3 to 5, ages 8 to 11. Middle years is class 6 to 8. So 11 to 14 years में ये बच्चे इसमें होंगे, और 9 to 12, 14 to 18 years secondary का 4 साल का होगा, और उसके बाद जो है बच्चा 12वीं के बाद यूनिवर्सिटी सिस्टम में, कॉलेजेस में शिफ्ट कर सकता है. What is important to understand over here is that for each of these stages, चाहे वो foundation है, preparatory है, middle है, secondary है, it is very important to understand that the NEP lays out exactly what will be the focus area in all of these 4 stages. So let me just take you through it very briefly. Please understand that in the new curricular structure, the pehle jo uncovered age group tha 3 to 6 years, now it comes under the school curriculum. Because it is a very crucial stage. मैंने शुरू में अपने सेशन में बोला था कि basically childhood experiences are foundations for life. So if you want to lay the strong foundation, then this should be the focus area. Then after that will be 12 years of schooling with 3 years of Anganwadi preschool. And this is the new curricular structure. अब इस age group में और इस basic level में, curriculum में, until now, 3 to 6 age group was not even considered a part of the curriculum. And it was not coming under some kind of a framework. Now it will. And this might be the strongest base. ECCE, Early Childhood Care and Education, seems to be the focus area as far as the National Education Policy 2020 is concerned. Parents of all those children who are in this age group, I'm sure you would be very excited to know that, well, a good framework will yield to good teaching learning practices. Now, when I'm coming to the school age, it is important for us to understand that once a child has gone through preschool, then the child comes to class 1 and 2. And this begins from grade age 6 onwards. It is aimed at promoting better overall learning development and well-being. So, isme hoga kya? It is understood that 85% of child's brain development occurs prior to the age of 6. जब तक आपका बच्चा 6 साल का होता है, तब तक 85% brain develop हो चुका होता है. तो इसको तो फिर बहुत जरूरी है कि इस एज ग्रुप को बहुत अच्छे से फोकस की तरह देखा जाए, क्योंकि अगर 85% ब्रेन इसी टाइम में डेवलप हो जाना चाहिए, तो हो जाता है, तो इस समय में हमें क्या करना चाहिए? The NEP also talks that by 2030, system should be in place so that all children who are entering grade 1 are school ready. अभी तक तो स्कूल रेडीनेस नाम की कोई चीज हम बोल ही नहीं रहे थे, बट प्री स्कूल को हम इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग कर दें कि हर बच्चा जो ग्रेड 1 में आएगा वो स्कूल रेडी होगा, एंड दिस इज प्रपोज टू बी अचीव्ड बाय 2030. NCERT, which is a primary body, National Council for Educational Research and Training, it is going to develop a national curricular and pedagogical framework for early childhood care and education. There was no framework like this earlier, but NCERT will be in the process of developing this, and the base of that framework, the whole system will be designed. I've already spoken about it. The children will move to a preparatory stage of Bal Vatika before class 5. The teacher who's going to teach our children will have to be ECCE qualified. Early childhood care and education qualified teachers only will be teaching such children. I'm coming to the next stage, which is the foundational stage or the preparatory stage. The foundational stage is 5 years of flexible multi-level play activity based learning. 5 years क्यों कह रहे हैं हम? 3 साल प्री स्कूल, क्लास 1 और क्लास 2, टोटल एक्टिविटी बेस्ड. इसमें एम्फोसिस लिखाने में, नंबर्स में नहीं है. इसमें बेसिक प्ले वे मेथड से कैसे बच्चा सीखेगा और स्कूल रेडी हो जाएगा. The social interactions, how to be with people, how to handle themselves is what would be the focus area. Then when the child comes to preparatory stage, 3 years of education building on play discovery activity base. अब ये कौन सी classes की बात करें हम? 3rd, 4th, 5th की. Some light textbooks, more formal interactive classroom teaching, reading, writing, speaking, physical education, art, languages, science, mathematics, all these subjects now formally will be taught in the classroom. But again, a lot of emphasis on experiential activity-based teaching learning practices. That is what the preparatory stage focus area is. Then when I come to middle school, 3 years of learning. हम बात करें हैं 6th, 7th, 8th standard की. So of course, children will learn subjects like math, science, social studies, all of that. Again, experiential learning and exploration. Subjects तो बच्चे पढ़ेंगे, but abstract concepts भी पढ़ेंगे to be able to develop their critical thinking, reasoning skills. Values and ethics will come in definitely. Pedagogical and curricular learning will happen, but vocational skill subjects will also be taught in the middle school. So therefore, NCERT is now going to found the National Curriculum Framework for Secondary Education. Students will participate in a 10-day bagless period in grade 6 and 8, which is internships with vocational experts. बच्चे चूज कर सकते हैं ये, या स्कूल्स ऑर्गेनाइज करके प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं. कारपेंट्री, गार्डनिंग, पॉटरी, आर्टिस्ट के साथ जाना है, डांस के साथ जाना है. बच्चों को 10 days mandatory bagless period where they will do some kind of an internship. And internship opportunities can also be availed by children while they are having their own vacations. Children, please don't fiddle around with the screen. Please keep your hands to yourself and sit and watch. These are important parts that we're discussing. So, well, internship opportunities during holiday period, but also sometimes could be organized in the school during the bagless day. Middle stage के लिए और secondary stage के लिए, how is this going to be interlinked? Now, middle stage, we know 3 years of education. It will be built on the curricular style of the stage before that, which is the preparatory stage. Subject teachers, learning, discussion, abstract concepts को लेके आएंगी ताकि बहुत सारी thinking skills जिसके बारे में हमने बात किया है, they are going to be imbibed. Subjects like science, maths, art, social studies, humanities, but also vocational subjects. And of course, experiential learning and exploration of relationships between subjects, integrated approach towards learning, more specialized subjects and subjects teachers will be introduced. But जब बच्चा secondary stage में आएगा, I'm talking about grade 9, 10, 11 and 12. 4 years of multidisciplinary study. मिडिल स्टेज में जो बच्चों ने सीखा है उसी के ऊपर बिल्ड किया जाएगा, बट ग्रेटर डेप्थ में जाएंगे बच्चे अब. क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग, अटेंशन टू लाइफ एस्पिरेशंस, फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी, इन सब पे फोकस है. एंड स्टूडेंट्स हैव द ऑप्शन ऑफ एग्जिटिंग आफ्टर ग्रेड 10. They can completely exit and go into a vocation or a job oriented kind of a training. They can go into any other courses, specialized professional courses as well. So the choice is completely that of the student. I'm moving on ahead now. I hope the parents have rapt attention to this part of my session. ये तरीका एक अलग तरीका है. आप तो उठा के NEP डॉक्यूमेंट खुद भी पढ़ सकते हैं, बट किस तरह से वो हमको इम्पैक्ट करेगा उसका पर्सपेक्टिव बिल्ड करना बहुत जरूरी है. दैट्स व्हाई दिस सेशन. Flexibility in course choices, increased flexibility in choice of subjects to study. I've already spoken about it. अब curricular integration की बात करते हैं, तो look at the kind of subject skills and capacities we are talking about. All of these have been mentioned in NEP 2020. मैं एक एक आपको पढ़ के नहीं सुनाऊंगी. You can click a picture of this, but these are the kind of things we are talking about. We're talking about scientific temper, digital literacy, health, nutrition, environment. On the other hand, communication, teamwork. We are also talking about, say, sanitation and hygiene, about gender sensitivity, about ethical and moral reasoning, current affairs. So all of these form a very, very important part of NEP, and there is a lot of focus of pushing this very, very categorically into the curriculum and pedagogy system across the country. Some contemporary subjects, well, the subjects that you see, I'm very delighted to see some of the schools have already incorporated it from the next academic session. हम career guidance counseling भी करते हैं, और मैंने देखा है स्कूलों ने artificial intelligence, environment, financial accounting, इस टाइप के subjects को अपने curriculum में डाल दिया है. तो बच्चा एक तरफ से चाह रहा है कि वो पढ़े, say for example physics, chemistry, mathematics, और वो environmental science भी साथ में पढ़ रहा है. या कोई बच्चा है वो हिस्ट्री पढ़ रहा है पर वो कह रहा है कि मेरे को आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का कोर्स लेना है, एंड दैट इज एब्सोल्युटली डिलाइटफुल. So these are the kind of contemporary subjects which the schools have already picked up to put into their curriculum, and I will urge the schools to try and push this as soon as possible because children are very excited about these kind of subjects. Well, a lot of halla happened regarding the 3-language formula. A lot of discussion happened around it कि क्या हर बच्चे को मदर टंग में ही सीखना पड़ेगा. Well, it is not that. The 3-language formula has been a part of our curriculum. The 3 languages learned by children will be the choice of the state, regions, and the student themselves. So schools can actually organize themselves around this, and they don't have to be perturbed about it. Whenever possible, the medium of instruction until at least grade 5, it is beneficial to have it under the same mother tongue that the child is from. It may not be possible for all schools to have now different languages and child learning in his own, because a class of 40 may have 40 different kind of children from different languages. But well, it is imperative for bodies like NCERT to provide textbooks in all languages. So that is the implication of the 3-language formula. Inclusive education. Well, I'm now referring to all children who are from, say, for example, some kind of learning disabilities. They can choose to go to a regular school because as far as the act is concerned, RPWD Act of 2016, inclusive education में बच्चे जो learning disability वाले हैं वो normal classroom में भी पढ़ सकते हैं. But of course, disability का extent देखना बहुत जरूरी है. It is a known fact that earlier we support the children, the better the chance of progress is. It is important for teachers to make themselves aware of what learning disabilities are so they can identify. And this part of the session is basically for some of the parents who might have children like that. It will definitely benefit you. Appropriate technology to teach children in a different way so children will learn, and the way the assessment of children may be done. Assessment and certification agencies. So there are, even now, there are certain agencies which are qualified and have got the permission to do assessments for such children. But National Assessment Center, परख एक और नया initiative है government का जिसके through assessments हो सकते हैं. And of course, also teacher education programs में the how to teach children with learning disabilities will become a very, very important part. So this is the implication of NEP for all children who may be having learning disabilities and how we can support them. Focus on reducing curriculum, because if the curriculum has to incorporate critical thinking, holistic development, inquiry-based thinking, discovery-based thinking, discussion-based analysis, then we have to find space for it. And to find space for all of this, the syllabus probably would be reduced a bit, which would be very heartening for some parents and some children as well. Bridging the gap between Sanaji and capacity building. So well, पहले ऐसे लगता था कि इस whole structure में बहुत बड़े-बड़े gaps थे. Primary education, जब बच्चा early schooling से primary में आ रहा था, तो there was a big gap. बहुत बड़ा jump नजर आता था. Primary से जब बच्चा secondary school में, middle school में जाता, तो बहुत बड़ा jump नजर आता था. A lot of children were finding it very difficult to cope. But then there is a lot of focus on the fact that it should be a smooth transition and there should be synergy between different levels. And so therefore, the teachers can play a very important role. The teachers become the heart of the learning process. And that's why there is a great emphasis on teacher training, teacher recruitment, professional development of teachers, and how to inculcate those kind of positive learning working environments. So that has also been mentioned in the NEP. Well, children have to not just focus on rote memorization, but understanding and how to learn. So effective study skills should be an important part of the curriculum. How to make their timetables, how to manage their studies, how to focus, how to concentrate. All of these should be an important part of the curriculum. Cognitive development नहीं, character building, इसके बारे में इन पांचों points के बारे में मैं पहले भी बात कर चुकी हूँ. I've already spoken about these. Shift from summative assessment, which will test rote memorization, to formative assessment, जिसमें से हम competency और understanding को assess कर सकते हैं. Parents, इस पे आप ध्यान दे दीजिए. Progress card 360-degree holistic multidimensional report card होगा. उस report card में HOTS questions, analysis, critical thinking, concepts को कैसे test किया गया है, it will cover that. The progress card will reflect uniqueness of each learner, so a descriptive way in which the child will be put into the report card. Self-assessment, peer assessment, teacher assessment, all of these will also form an important part of the report card. Tracking students' performance and all kinds of ways in which this could be done has also been proposed in the NEP. Parents, now this part is very important for you. The holistic progress report card becomes a link between you and the school. So therefore, active involvement of the parents has been highlighted in NEP 2020. Teachers and parents, need to put that information together in the holistic 360-degree report card. So therefore, parents provide great inputs, and that becomes an important role of the parents as well. Student की tracking के लिए AI, artificial intelligence based software का proposal है. Questionnaires, interactive questionnaires for parents, जिसमें parents अपने inputs दे सकते हैं, that becomes an important role of the parent. And then, of course, this whole report card is going to be redesigned. NCERT, SCERT, ये लोग इस पे काम शुरू कर चुके हैं, और National Assessment Center के through ये report cards develop किए जाएंगे. तो जब आप आगे के सालों में अपने बच्चों का report card receive करेंगे, उसमें ये सब कुछ होगा. It's going, and I have about 6 minutes to wind up my session. And after that, I'm going to quickly take your questions on the NEP or anything else that you might want to talk about. Now, board examination is here to stay. 10th and 12th में board examination होगा जैसे पहले होता था. But of course, reformation will happen. They will be redesigned because अब जब system of education ही बदल गया, जिस तरह से बच्चा पढ़ेगा तो उसको evaluate board exam के through कैसे किया जाएगा, that will change. Students will be able to choose many subjects. I've already told you as far as even board preparation is concerned. And it has been proposed that the board exam should become easier because it should test core competencies. But the remarkable difference now is that the children will be allowed to take the board exam on 2 occasions. One main examination, and if the child desires, the child can take one improvement examination as well. Grade 3, 5 and 7, because these are the last years of that particular slab which I'm talking about in the curricular structure, this will be conducted by an appropriate authority. And what will it check? 3rd, 5th or 8th standard ka examination jo hoga, it will check basic literacy and numeracy, foundational skills. It will check higher order thinking skills and application and core concepts and knowledge as well. हमारे बहुत सारे स्कूलों में ऑलरेडी एक्टिविटीज और क्लब्स हैं और बहुत बढ़िया काम कर रहे हैं. So this completely has been emphasized and is here to stay as far as the NEP is concerned. So all kinds of music and dance circles, science clubs, eco clubs, all of these should be an important part. And parents, you have to see how you will be able to contribute to these as well. Well, this is basically for teachers, but I think it's important for parents to know that teacher training has been a great area of focus in the NEP. Teachers compulsory will have to go some at least 50 hours of comprehensive and continuous professional development program, latest pedagogies, experiential learning, और जो सारी चीजें NEP बोलता है उस पे teachers को train होना जरूरी है. And so therefore there is provision in the NEP for teacher specific teacher training program so that they can equip themselves with those skills and then transfer the skills on to the children. So it'll be heartening for parents, I am sure, to understand that there's a lot of emphasis on teacher training from which only your children will benefit. School accreditation के बारे में आपको परवाह करने की जरूरत नहीं है because there is a system in place in NEP. NEP talks about कि accreditation किस तरह से स्कूलों को दिया जाएगा, किस तरह से स्कूलों को evaluate किया जाएगा, how schools will be, kind of become a part of a cluster, how resources can be shared between schools. So all of that has been mentioned in the NEP. अगर आपको interest है, आप वो document जाके पढ़ सकते हैं. But this is more for the schools to understand how accreditation will happen. Well, so now I'm coming to winding up my session. Parents, what is the way forward and the big picture? Please understand, the whole person is about nurturing the IQ, the EQ and SQ social skills. But NEP के हिसाब से, there is a new term which is AQ, application skills becomes important. हम सब सीखते हैं पर हम उसको जिंदगी में कैसे अप्लाई करते हैं, that is the focus area for NEP. So it should be for our homes as well. So how can parents play an important role in seeing कि जो बच्चे सीखते हैं उसको क्या हम घर में opportunities provide कर रहे हैं जिससे वो उसका application सीखे. That might be one of the most important things that the parents can definitely think about. It's important to bridge this gap, parents. अभी हर बच्चे को ये पता होना चाहिए कि वो कौन है. कौन है मतलब what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses, what is their personality all about, what are the challenges, what are the children good at. So the child, we should be able to provide environments where the child can answer these questions. Who am I? What does the world want? Realistically, logically, practically think. मैं कौन हूं और दुनिया में किन चीजों की जरूरत है. And with the awareness, with skill development, with personality, with attitude, and all of this the NEP talks about, you should be able to bridge this gap. And that might be the objective of the education system, but also the objective of our national education policy. Well, I have to talk about the demographic dividend. This is so specific for India. ये हम इतना फोकस एजुकेशन पे, वोकेशनल पे, स्किल पे क्यों डाल रहे हैं इस समय? आप देखिए, In the year 2011, 61% of our population was working age population, 39% population थी वो dependent थी, लेकिन 2011 से 2031 तक आते आते 65% of my population working age population है. सारी population में से 65% people will be in the working age group. They will be those children who are currently in our school education system. किस तरह की स्किल, पर्सनालिटी, किस तरह के होलिस्टिक डेवलपमेंट पे हम फोकस करते हैं, सो दैट वी कैन रीप दिस डेमोग्राफिक डिविडेंड इज इंपॉर्टेंट, बिकॉज उसके बाद अगेन वी विल बी एट अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ अ डिसएडवांटेज. सो ये क्रिटिकल टाइम है. 2021 to 2031 is critical time for India to be able to reap a rich demographic dividend. It is important to skill our children and make them those very confident individuals that they should truly deserve to be. So finally, parents, I leave you with this question. What is your role? How do you contribute towards empowering our schools, our education systems in the government to see that your children truly benefit out of it? I'm just leaving you with this last one thing. ये तो parenting का बहुत important role है. अब पतंग है तो पतंग को उड़ाना तो सीखना ही पड़ेगा हमें. लेकिन जब हम पतंग को उड़ाते हैं तो करते क्या है? And this is what it's all about, and truly summarizes really the role of the parent. And I'm leaving you with this one. Got a kite and I want to fly it. Got the string, I just have to tie it. The string binds the kite and winds the wheel, waiting for the wind, ready to reel. Give it a flight, let it fly. Spread its wings, reach out the sky. Sailing on the breeze, higher it goes, running free any way the wind blows. It's just you and the kite, fighting against the wind's might. And if you fear what the weather might bring, just hold on to the string. तो पेरेंट्स ये आपके ऊपर है, कितनी ढील आप देते हैं और कब कब समय है जब ढील देने की जरूरत है और कब समय है जब आप उसको टाइटली पकड़ेंगे ताकि बच्चे इधर उधर ना हो जाए. And so therefore an important role of the parent. A happy mind is a healthy mind, and a healthy mind is good for the body and the soul. ये सारी चीजें जिसके बारे में हमने आज बात की है, about education, about national policy, ये सब एक तरफ रह जाएंगी अगर बच्चे खुश नहीं होंगे. So the most important role of parenting might be to see that the children are happy. और उसके लिए हम क्या कर सकते हैं is a question we definitely need to answer. And with that, thank you very much. Before I can take on your questions as regards today's session, my heartfelt thanks to all parents who thought it was important for them to be a part of this session. And of course, my heartfelt thanks to Team Macmillan, to the principals and educators of both these schools from Bikaner and from Gwalior who have been a part of this session. Thank you so much. God bless you and God bless your children. I hope all of your children be happy, healthy, and I hope they will find their calling. And well, I am going to now keep this session open for any questions that you might want to answer. So you can unmute yourselves if you want and go ahead with the question. Are there any questions? Well, let me have a look at the chat box. Parents, please feel free to put your questions in the chat box. I can see a lot of thank yous, and that's very delightful for me to see a thank you message in the chat box. हम लोगों को इतना टाइम देने के लिए धन्यवाद. Oh, thank you very much, Nitya. That's very sweet of you. I'm also looking for questions in the chat box. आप डाल दीजिए अगर आप कुछ पूछना चाहते हैं. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for expressing your thanks. That's very delightful for me. Any questions there? If there are any teachers who are a part of the session, or if there are principals, and if there are any questions there, I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you very much, parents. I think I have to say you spent 1.5 hours today. आपने कुछ सीखा ना सीखा वो तो बात की बात है. सबसे जरूरी चीज ये है कि आप ये सेशन अटेंड करके आज एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट मैसेज अपने बच्चों को दे रहे हैं। वो इंपॉर्टेंट मैसेज क्या है? वो इंपॉर्टेंट मैसेज ये है कि बच्चों, जब आपके से कंसर्न कुछ भी होगा, मैं अपना सारा काम छोड़ के उस सेशन में बैठूंगी। मैं आपकी बहुत केयर करती हूँ, एंड दैट इज एन इंपॉर्टेंट मैसेज यू हैव गिवन टू योर चिल्ड्रन टुडे। हर दिन यही मैसेज आप अपने बच्चों को देते चले जाइए कि जो कुछ भी आपसे कंसर्न होगा उसके लिए मैं सारा अपना काम छोड़ दूंगी, एंड दैट विल बी ब्यूटीफुल। I haven't muted, so I do not know how to unmute. Let me just, okay. So I have changed the settings. Now you would be able to unmute yourself. Please go ahead and mute yourself.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for guiding us. You are
Thank
so sweet, ma'am. Your guideline is very important for our future, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for guiding us.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Children,
Ma'am.
1 minute, bache. Please. Okay. If you have to say thank you, please put it in the chat box. If there is any parent who wants to ask anything or wants to share something or wants to,
after 5 minutes,
नहीं है ये तो
all right.
मैं आपको देखो आपको झूठ तो बोलती हूँ।
So, well, if there are no questions, may I hand over the session to Shakti? Shakti, you're there, so you can take it forward, and maybe we should wind up the session if there are no questions. Shakti, are you there in the session? Let me also, 1 second, let me just again.
Yes, thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you, Josna ma'am, for the wonderful session. Even इस सेशन के पहले तो हमें भी लगता था कि बीइंग एजुकेटर्स लाइक काफी चीजें पता था, बट आप कई सारे पिन पॉइंट किए थे कि आई हैव अ किड, राइट, ऑल टुगेदर अभी हमारा रूल्स एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज हमको भी समझ आता है. सो आई होप ऑल द पेरेंट्स गॉट दैट importance of them in the education system. So thank you very much for the session, and thank you very much, schools, for allowing your parents to attend the session. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. God bless you. Signing off now. And कभी अगर better time होगा तो आपके schools को personal visit करने का मौका मैं जरूर कभी लूंगी और अपने हाथ से. All the best to all of you.